I think fundamentally what it comes down to is that our public health officials and a lot of establishment experts essentially uh, I don't seem to believe that we can walk and chew gum at the same time, right? I mean, for God's sake, look, we put a rover on Mars, right? And in terms of the sophistication of things that we're capable of, I mean, this idea that we can't rationally sort of disperse this vaccine and efficiently and actually stick with what we know and the principles of ethics and science and clinical medicine that we know. I think there's a fundamental level of disrespect for everyday Americans that's ingrained in it. I mean, I think it's absolutely arrogant on the part of our public health officials and establishment folks to assume, that average Americans don't understand this concept. In fact, what I've found, Eric, is, I interact a lot with, everyday folks in the community. Everyday Americans actually understand this. Like, really, it's actually
Oh yeah.
stunning to me. It's stunning to me that, like, people, like average people who've had, levels of education that are on par with the average in this country, come up to me and say, I had COVID. Do I really need to, I mean, that what you're saying makes sense. Do I really need to get this? And the answer is, well, most likely not. And here, you can have a prescription and go get your IgG levels drawn at LabCorp. And if you're positive, just like any other infectious disease, I mean, this virus there's nothing special about this virus. I mean, it's a transient virus. It's not like a herpes virus or an HIV type virus, right? It doesn't incorporate, it's a transient virus that comes and goes. Neutralizing antibodies and prime T cells work against it. And so if you're serologically positive for IgG, that means you have neutralizing antibodies and prime T cells. There's, there's no, it's really stunning. It really is that we're doing this.